So, hello everybody. It's nice to have this opportunity again to speak, especially as we're celebrating this weekend. We're celebrating All Saints, and you can look at that in your missal. The first reading is from the Apocalypse, chapter 7, 2 to 4. 9 to 4, verses 2 to 4 and 9 to 14. The second reading is the first letter of St. John, chapter 3, verses 1 to 3. And the Gospel is from St. Matthew, chapter 5, 1 to 12. So as I said, we're celebrating the Feast of All Saints, not only the canonized saints, but indeed all saints, that is, all who are in heaven. So today we are honoring all the so-called ordinary people who made it to heaven. Among these saints are people from your family and mine. On this feast, St. John shares with us his vision of the blessed in heaven. Just quote some lines from that. After that, I saw a huge number, impossible to count, of people from every nation, race, tribe, and language. They were standing in front of the throne and in front of the Lamb, dressed in white robes and holding palms in their hands. The elder explained to John, "These are the people who have been through the great persecution, and they have washed their robes white again in the blood of the Lamb." End of quotation. So here we have a vision of the victorious followers of Jesus, rejoicing in his presence in the heavenly kingdom. Pride of place goes to the martyrs. They receive immediately their white robes of victory. Palm branches are a symbol of triumph and joy. But the martyrs stand for all faithful Christians. It was visions such as this that inspired the saints. It should inspire us too to follow in their footsteps. In the Gospel, Jesus tells us what it is that made them saints. It was living the Beatitudes. In the Beatitudes, Jesus names the virtues, the attitudes with which they lived and which transformed them into saints. In doing this, Jesus is telling us what it is we have to aim at and work at in our own lives, so that we too may be blessed and join the saints in heaven. In the Beatitudes, Jesus names the qualities, the attitudes which characterize his true followers. They have an undivided heart. Their loyalty to God is never in question. True Christians are peacemakers. They settle quarrels. They foster love among people. As followers of Jesus, we will not be exempt from the trials of life, the tensions of living with others, and all the normal difficulties and uncertainties of life. However, we will try to bear all these trials patiently as part of God's plan for our sanctification. Today, many Christians are suffering persecution for the sake of the kingdom. Some are indeed martyred in our own time. Others are sometimes snarled at for their beliefs. we may experience this at times. If we do, let us meet this abuse with a blessing. Among the saints we celebrate today are surely many who know us and love us. First among them, of course, is Our Lady, who is our mother. There are our patron saints and our favorite saints. There are members of our families, our religious communities, our friends. They are praying for us and look forward to the day when we will join them. They would encourage us to meditate on the Beatitudes and to live the Beatitudes, to take on the qualities, the attitudes of Jesus himself, so that we may be blessed and join them and all the blessed in the happiness of heaven. Thank you. Enjoy the feast.
Hello, everyone. Just to say a very short message of greeting and hoping that you're well. I'm listening to Storm Aidan beginning to mount up. I know a number of people have signed up for the Bible Timeline course, which starts on Wednesday. It'll be interesting to hear your reaction to that. And I'll certainly be watching. And maybe we'll find a way of sharing our reflections on it at some stage, perhaps after another session or two, just to see how we're doing and whether we can possibly help each other to get the most out of it. So that's that. Otherwise, of course, we have to see how the news develops regarding the virus, but that's going to be out of our hands at least until Monday, so I don't know what's going to happen. But whatever happens, we will continue using this medium to reach you, and that's a great facility that we now have, so very, very grateful to all concerned. So have a good week. I'll be saying very special prayers about the American election, which I think is of fundamental importance. I'm not the only one that thinks that, of course. So we pray for that. That happens on Tuesday, the Feast of St. Malachy, believe it or not. So there. Anyway, have a good weekend, a blessed weekend, and a good week ahead. And thank you to those who are sharing the sources of inspiration and growth that they've found on the internet. We're always delighted to hear about those and let them come in. Thank you. Bye and God bless.